Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Maybe you can start with Jai Radha Madhav.
Start with Kirtan, Prabhu. Yes.
Yes. Hare Krishna, all assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, Tantat Pranams. So we are very happy to welcome His Dear Sudharshana Vasudeva Prabhu. Already Prabhu is giving everyday class. So anyway, thought like Saturday we want to hear from Prabhu. So we are very eager to hear from Prabhu. Let us all welcome Prabhu and searching by chanting Hare Krishna Mantra 3 times. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, thank you, Prabhu. So minor correction, for past many weeks, for some months, I am not able to join every day, but 1 or 2 days in the week only I am able to join. Sudharshana Prabhu, Vasudeva Mataji, they are conducting the classes. Some the Mataji shift duty still.
Okay, bro. Thank you, bro. Hare Krishna.
I requested if nobody is there, they can call me so that I can. I will skip office and I can join. But every day not possible nowadays.
Yes,
I will always available. We want to continue at least till 3rd candle. After that, other we can see, we can change the timing or we can continue with the stuff.
Yeah, Sri Kumar Prabhu is not there, huh?
So he is sick, Prabhu. He and mother-in-law.
Yeah, you told no yesterday. You told it's very well. Okay, Prabhu. So I think screen sharing maybe because I logged in through mobile. Any devotee want like
screen sharing needed. I will do screen sharing.
Okay, bro. Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Over to you, Prabhu. You can take over. Hare Krishna.
Jai Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Girivaradhari, Jaya Girivaradhari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Girivaradhari, Jaya Girivaradhari. Yasodhanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana, Yasodhanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana, Yamuna Tira Vanachari, Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol. नाम संकीर्तन की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, जय गौर प्रणव। हरे कृष्णा।
वो साउंड വളരെ
slow. Okay, Prabhu. Telling grace, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Welcoming all devotees for Bhagavatam discussion by His Grace. Abhajarnaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada की जय, वंदनाथ श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील व्यासदेव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, गुरु परंपरा की जय, नंद गौड़ी वैष्णववृंद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की जय, all glorious assembled devotees. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter number 29, number 38. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Tato Jayamati Sabhadrashantyam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamaslavya Bhaktar Gauri Mugam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langede Girim Yatkabada Maham Vande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Hari. Bhagavatam 3.29.38. Yo anda pravishya bhudhani, yo anda pravishya bhudhani, bhuder atti agilasrayaha, bhuder atti agilasrayaha, sa vishnakyo abhayatno so, sa vishnakyo abhayatno so, kala kalayadham prabhu, kala kalayadham prabhu. Hare Krishna. All India devotees may please recite.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Please.
Yo anta pravishya bhutani bhuter ati akilashrayah sa Vishnu akyo jyajno sau kala kalayatam prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yo antah pravishya bhutani bhuterati akilashrayah sa Vishnu akyo adyajno asau kala kalayatam prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, please.
Yo anda pravishya bhudhani bhudir adi agilasrayaha sa Vishnu akyo adiyajnaso kalaha kalayadam prabhuha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can I
Yes,
say?
ma'am.
Yontah pravisha bhutani bhutairatyakhilashrayaha sa vishnuakyodhi yajñosau kala kalayatam prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So we'll go by the synonyms. Can anyone read synonyms? Okay, I will read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
But screen you have to make it smaller, Prabhu.
Okay. Yes. Now.
A little more smaller. Yeah, 1 minute. Maybe I will 3.
Okay.
It's okay. Prabhu, I will.
No problem. I can read. No problem. I can read.
Okay.
Yaha, he who, antaha, within, pravishya, entering, bhutani, living entities, bhutai, by living entities, atti, annihilates, akhila, of everyone, asrayaha, the support, saha, he, Vishnu, Akhya, named, Adiyajna, the enjoyer of all sacrifices, Asau, that, Kalaha, time factor, Kalayathani, of all masters, Prabhu, the master. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Satnaravinda, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Lord Vishnu, Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the enjoyer of all sacrifices, is the time factor and the master of all masters. He endears everyone's heart. He is the support of everyone, and he causes every being to be annihilated by another. Purport. Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is clearly described in this passage. He is supreme enjoyer, and all other are working as his servants. As stated in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela. Please, there is a correction. It is 5.142, not 1.4. 2 is missing in this. Ekale Ishara Krishna. The only Supreme Lord is Vishnu. Ara Sabha Bhritya. All others are his servants. Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and other demigods are all servants. The same Vishnu endears everyone's heart as Paramatma, and he causes the annihilation of every being through another being. I have a request here in this database. There is a minor correction required. So please check in your hard copies of whatever language you are using, or if you are using multiple languages, then use. And please correct in that. This is Adi Leela 5.142. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnanandasalaghayam Chaturun Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jnana Bodhale Swayam Rupa Padamahyam Tadusapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuttapatakamelam Sri Guru Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahavanaragunadhanyatam Tam Satjivam Sadvaitam Savadodam Parjana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pathan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabha Sudhe Devi Pranamami Haripriya Panchakalpadarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nidhi Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Prajarine Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paschatya Desatarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Welcome all devotees once again for the Bhagavatam discussion. text goes like this. Yo anda pravishya bhutani bhuter atyagila akhilasrayaha sa Vishnakyo adiyajno asau kala kalayatam prabhu. Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the enjoyer of all sacrifices, is the time factor and the master of all masters. He enters everyone's heart. He is the support of everyone, and he causes every being to be annihilated by another. So Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we all know Lord has got many names. Sahasranama. Sahasranama we did not limit only to 1000. Many names. One name is Vishnu. So literally, dictionary meaning of word Vishnu is Vasadi Sarvatra Idi Vishnu. The person who lives everywhere, at all places, is Vishnu. So who else can be this other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead? So we need not limit the word Vishnu only to Karnodakashaya Vishnu or Parbodakashaya Vishnu or Chirodakashaya Vishnu. Normally, layman, he generally refers to the ordinary karmi, when we are doing like that before, the four-handed form of Vishnu. And ordinarily people know only about the Chirodakashaya Vishnu, because those who done some detailed study only know about Parbodakashaya Vishnu and Karnodakashaya Vishnu. So how fortunate we all are that this gem of knowledge of Patmak Puranam is given by Srila Prabhupada to us through the purports of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So how description goes, who is the enjoyer of all sacrifices. So if we all have studied this, 529, Bhaktaram Itnadavasam Sarvaloga Maheswaram Surdam Sarva Bodhanam Natmamam Santim Brichadi. We'll read the translation as it is by Srila Prabhupada. A person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the Supreme Lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and the well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material miseries. It's around the 2-page purport. I request everyone, of course, those who assembled here have already studied it, but still, please do a repetition. The wonderful purport of Srila Prabhupada, that is our nice right. What else we have? Our support. So the word asraya is coming later. No? Support for everyone. So what is our asraya? Our asraya is our Guru, our senior Vaishnavas, senior devotees, our well-wishers, our guides, Siksha Gurus, Diksha Gurus, if somebody has accepted a Guru formally, and the Parambara, and ultimately Supreme Lord. And is the time factor and the master of all masters. So Lord himself is saying how he is related to time. It's not that he is related, he is the time itself. He himself is the time. And if one don't remember Lord, don't use the time given by him at the end of the life, one has to remember. So he appears as death. That is our part, but we will see how Lord has. Lord himself has said that he is the time. Go to the 11th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And 32nd sloka. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Kalosmi logakshe pravruddho logan samahartum vida pravruddha Today bitvam na bhavishyandi sarve te vasitha pratyanikeshu yotha. Supreme Personality of Godhead said, time I am the great destroyer of the worlds, and I come here to destroy all people. With the exception of you, that is the Pandavas, all the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. So Lord, so that Krishna Avadara purpose was what? Yada yada hi dharmasya janirbhavati bharata abhyutthanamadharmasya datmanam sajamaham paritranaya sadhuna vinasaya cha chadushkrita. Vinasaya cha chadushkrita. That aspect is explained here. So 18 Akshahunis, Kauravas and Pandavas, except Pandavas and some other soldiers, all will be annihilated. So that is in the form of time, Lord annihilates everything. And Lord is what? Master of all masters, master, controller. Brahma Samhita for Brahma. We can explain this. Ishvara Parama Krishna. The master has to be a controller, no? Then only he can be master. Ishvara Parama Krishna. Among the controllers, Krishna is Paramam, that is the supreme. Anadi Radha Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. He is the causes of all causes also. So he enters everyone's heart. He is a support for everyone. His Lord is entering everybody's heart as what? Paramatma. That is in the form of Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. Kshirodakashayi Vishnu is entering into the heart of all living entities. So that is Swamsha of the Lord. We are there in the region of heart as our own soul. That is Vibhinnamsha. But we are rebels, no? That is why we left the spiritual world and wanted to control and enjoy separately from the Lord. Opted to live in material world. But Lord is so merciful. Lord knows that material world is under the control of Maya. And Lord's Maya, Mama Devi Heshi Gunamayi, Mama Maya Duratya. Then Maya will be a lot of examinations, because Lord knows, because of these dualities of the world, Sukham Dukham, profit, loss, heat, cold, darkness, light. One Jivatma, by the mercy of Guru and Lord, will have the desire to go back. Then who will guide? So Lord himself has come in the form of Paramatma and living in the heart of living entities. As stated in the Upanishads, there this Jivatma and Paramatma are compared to birds. And the bird Jivatma, what does it do? It is behind sense gratification, Indriya Tarpanam. What does it do? It jumps from one branch to another branch and tastes the fruits available there. It's not happy. It goes to other twig, other branch, and it is wandering from body to body through what is called a considerable amount of time. So that millions of years are wasted. In the process, when that bird in the form of Jivatma happens to look at the bird in the form of Paramatma and start receiving guidance and instructions, that time onwards it develops a taste for a regulated life. So we all must be thankful to Vaishnavas, Acharyas, Guru Parambara, Supreme Lord, that at least by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we all got introduced to this process. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And Supreme, Lord is a supreme support for everyone. Yes. That is, one of modern science says, no, we need, that is, Maslow's hierarchy says that we need roti, kapra, makan. Then after that, that is food, cloth, shelter. Then your esteem needs. After esteem needs depending on your social position, your income, your physical, mental ability. You want to establish yourself. So items, articles, or activities of a person will be according to that. After that, what is that? And that is self-actualization. That is a spiritual journey. Before that, we come to the point, the support of everyone. The support. The first support is what? That is air. Sure, no. Then water, food. So these are Lord's Bhinna Prakriti. Vairapur, you know the slogan, no? 5 elements are Lord's separated energy. So it's all Lord everywhere, and Lord is everything. Aham sarvasya prabhava. Slogi, Sida 10.8 onwards. So in each and every aspect, Supreme Lord is the only support for us. Nothing else. We can't. Even we are. What is we? We are not this body. That is what we are studying first now. In our through Bhakti Rushas. Everything and anything is Supreme Lord itself. So Lord is the support of everyone, and He causes every living being to be annihilated by another. So that is the beauty of Lord's creation. In the first canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, learn that Jivo Jivasya Jivanam. Those who don't have legs are being preyed upon by those who have. So those who don't have hands, that being preyed upon by those who have hands. Like that it goes. The text, Jivo Jivasya Jivanam. So Lord is the greatest designer. No? Who else can match Lord's perfection in designing? So this through creation, He is making one living being to sustain on another living being, and thus the Srishti is running. Why? Because He wanted the rebel Jivatmas to have enlightenment through their material and regulated material enjoyment during their tenure in the material world. So now we refer to the Rajani Charitam, the sloka. Okay. Before that, we will analyze this purport word by word, or sentence by sentence. Lord Vishnu, Supreme Personality of Godhead, is clearly described in this passage. He is a supreme enjoyer, and all others are working as His servants. Yes. It's very interesting. Also, it's the fact that to know even the first expansion of the Supreme Lord, that is Balram Swami, is also in the serving mode. Lord Krishna, Sarvakarana Karanam, Anadiradhar Govinda, He is to be served. So his first expansion, Lord Balrama, onwards, everybody is serving Him. So before coming to the material world, so initially even Lord Balrama entered the womb of Mother Devaki He prepared that place for Lord's entry in the service attitude. Then he was transferred to Mother Rohini's womb. Then he is expanding us Lord's seat, Lord's bed, Lord's cloth, Lord's footwear. So from this we can understand how the first expansion, first Swamsa onwards, living entities are supposed to serve the Supreme Lord. As stated in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 5.142. Ekale Ishvara Krishna, the only Supreme Lord is Vishnu. Ara Sabha Bhrtya. I'll take that text, read it. Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 5.142. Ekale Ishvara Krishna Ara Sabha Bhrtya Yare Yaiche Nachaya Setaiche Kare Nritya. Translation: Lord Krishna alone is the supreme controller. All others are his servants. They dance as he makes them do so. Prabhupada has not given any purport for this. So we also will not attempt much, but we will understand that it is the duty of each and every living entity to render loving devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That may be through all the 9 process or through one of the 9 processes. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Mandanam, Dasyam, Satyam, Atma Nivedanam. There is a message. I will see. Okay. Thank you, Mataji. I will increase volume. Thank you for informing. No. Maybe just afraid of internet or no. Okay now?
Yeah,
Okay, better, no? If you want to increase, I can increase more, no problem. Okay.
better in between again going down. That's it.
Mataji, that is maybe because of the speed variation of the internet, because I think the problem with the cables are not yet solved fully. There was some problem with the marine cable as well as land cables, no? Okay, so Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and other demigods are all servants. So, what are our positions? Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Vayudev, Varundev, Agnidev, all other demigods, Indra, Chandra, Surya, they all derive great pleasure from the devotional service. So let us examine what can we do. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Pranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam, as explained by Prahlada Maharaj. So actually one should try to become like Ambarisha Maharaj, performing all the 9 limbs of devotional service. It's very difficult, but we can do it at least partially. So to start with Shravanam, that is first process. We are trying to do it every day. We all are in this karmi, not karmi, we are in the grihastha period. Okay, for my case, it must call Grihmedi. Grihasthashramam is much ahead. Kirtanam, glorification or chanting loudly. Smaranam, that of course, although it appears to be easy process, but it is possible only after sufficient hearing and chanting only. Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmadevana. So we may remember the glorious devotees who all became perfect by these processes. By Sravanam, Rishis Maharaja, Kirtanam, Vasudeva Goswami, Smaranam, Prahlad Maharaja, Archanam, Prithu Maharaja, Vandanam, Akrura, Dasyam, Hanuman Swami, Sakyam, Prince Arjuna, and Atmanivedan, Bili Chakravarti. He said by Acharya.
Lakshmi Devi, Pada Sevanam.
Yeah, Pada Sevanam. Thank you, Maharaj. Pada Sevanam, Mother Lakshmi. Shivanam Kirtanam Vishnu Saranam, Pada Sevanam, Arthanam Vandanam Dasa Sakyatma. So Acharya said that this Sakyarasa and Atmanivadana, they are very, very rare. Sakyarasa being friend of the Supreme Lord. And Atmanivadana, like Mahabali Chakravarti, Bili Maharaja. Bili Maharaja knew Lord has come to take his opulences. He was advised by his Guru Sukracharya. Still, being a pure devotee, he did not want to hold any material opulences with him. So for the third step, as we all know, he had shown his head. Lord, please step on my head. Atmanivedan. So very highest level. Now, the same Lord Vishnu endares us, everyone heart as Paramatma, that we have discussed that, and he causes annihilation of every being through another being. That also partly we have discussed. Jiva Jivasya Jivanam. So one may think that is it not cruel to make one living being as the food of another living being? Even vegetarianism is also, even drinking milk is also many times criticized by atheists. So what answer we have? This is material world. This is not perfect. This is Dukkalayam Ashashadam. This is designed like this for the rebels. This is a prison. So it works like this. Of course, we can create Vaikuntha here by congregational chanting, especially in Kali Yuga. Chanting is the recommended process. So we can experience the bliss of Vaikuntha through that process. There is no other way. Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama eva kevalam. Kalo nasteva, 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 Giri Nanyatha. So no other way, no other way, no other way. It's only Harinama, Harinama, Harinama. Now Acharyas have given us everything. They have spoon-fed us. So, swallowing cannot be done by them. No, that is to be done by us. So what to do for that? For that, Srila Prabhupada has given us a wonderful daily routine, right from morning Mangalarati to the evening. For those who are doing detailed deity worship, to Shanarati, depending upon their time, place, circumstances, health condition, social position, working hours, and of course, the eagerness to do services. You must adopt all the time, all the processes available by utilizing the time available to us. Time, so Lord is totally impartial. No? That is why He is manifesting in front of us as 24 hours in a day. So we all have to work at least 8 hours, minimum 8 hours. And some are working 10, 12 also. Some are reaching home after 13 or 14 hours because of the distance of the workplace from their residence, availability of, depending upon the availability of vehicle, nature of job. For those who have got some extra time, please make use of that. Day by day, we are getting older, health is deteriorating, and as we know, this material world, every step there is danger. Padam padam yat vipatam. So let us talk about solutions. Life is full of solutions. The solution is awake. So Mahaprabhu says, no, please don't be in the clutches of the devil, Maya. Come out of the clutches of Maya and start doing Harinama Kirtana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, by this process, we can reduce the sinful effects. Of course, chanting, as we all know, there are in the mainly 3 different levels: Nama Abharada level, Nama Abhasa level, and Suddha Nama level. So Mahaprabhu and associates will protect us from Abharadas. That is why we chant Panchatamandra before chanting. And as far as possible, we all should chant loudly. We all are doing that. And just reminding, because messy people like me, no, they just want to. Actually, people like me, they don't chant. They finish rounds. People like me finish rounds. The finishing 16 rounds. It's not chanting. Chanting should be able to hear all the names perfectly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Why we should pronounce correctly and hear attentively? Yes, attentive hearing. To the rapt attention, you must hear Srimad Bhagavatam. That is the qualification. One of them. To one of not of course we don't have any qualification. That is, at least I don't have any qualification, but a recommended process is to hear with rapt attention. Bhagavatam is for Paramahamsas, for Nirmal Saranam, those who are not envious. But by the causeless mercy of the Lord, Parambara, Acharyas, and senior Vaishnava, we are getting this opportunity in this desert. Can anyone imagine, or had anyone imagined this would have been possible before we come here? No. So God is so kindful. So He is giving the opportunity, but the free will given by Him, His own nature is free will. He is Swaraj. He is all independent. The part of that is given to us. Now it is for us how to utilize it. So if, as we know, if you don't want to be called as a two-legged animal, want to be called as human being, then you should do something other than but ahara nidra bhaya maithuna. And some devotees told Srila Prabhupada that no, they are doing job, they are taking care of family, doing services to the society. Srila Prabhupada said even animals take care of their family and they do services. for their community. Many animals live in community, no? They have different roles there. They all are doing that. So at least, okay, leave alone the matter of becoming devotees, at least to be called as human beings. Yes, Dhamma Jijnasa is to be awakened and one should to follow relative principles which are conducive and congenial for undertaking devotion service. And Monday, by the mercy of Lord, Acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and all the Vaishnavas, we all must be, okay, we can say must, we all must strive to enter the spiritual world. As Acharya says that our ultimate aim is to meet Lord Krishna face to face. Have that dream. Without dream, we can't move forward. No, the dreams are the driving force for all of us. So may Supreme Lord, Acharyas, Guru Parambara, Guru Maharaj, and our Vaishnavas bless us, help us in this endeavor to achieve this, the real goal, the right goal of all of us. Thank you all very much for the patient hearing. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Second, expressing my gratitude to Manjushri Krishna Prabhu, Sri Krishna Prabhu, the senior leaders, senior preachers, and all assembled devotees for this opportunity for my self purification and to glorify the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much. It's a small purport, but you have explained it in full depth. Whatever Srila Prabhupada wants to convey, it has been explained very nicely. Just would like to add one more point, like time factor is also here. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport that time factor, not here, other purport, Srila Prabhupada writes, time factor is an impersonal feature of the Lord. So that is about time. Time is the Kala is the impersonal feature of the Lord. So thank you, Prabhu, for explaining this verses and with relation to Chaitanya Charitamrita and also 5.142, right?
142, Prabhu. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a printing mistake. Prabhu.
Yeah, printing mistake.
Request everyone to please check in their hard copies or the books.
Yes.
English and
Yes.
other languages, whatever.
Yeah. So yesterday I just read one nice quote. I just want to read so that it's giving more clarity. I will read. This is an interview with Srila Prabhupada. So one interviewer is asking Prabhupada, do you think your movement is the only way to come to know God? Okay, I don't know whether I can share the screen. Option is there.
You are with the computer, Prabhu?
Yeah, no, I am actually.
I stopped.
No. Allow access to photos. Let me try, Prabhu. I will try this one. Just see if it's coming. Okay, 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Yes. Can you see that screen now?
Yes.
Yeah, this is very nice. Actually, yesterday I saw his interviewer asking, do you think your movement is the only way to come to know God? Prabhupada, what is that? Devotee saying, do you think this movement is the only way to know God? Prabhupada says, yes. So how do you have that assurance? The interviewer asking. Prabhupada saying, from authorities, from God. Krishna says, Sarvadharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Raja. And then male interviewer is asking, but if somebody else is to say that God has told him something else, would you equally believe him? Shamashundra, it is not that we don't accept other religious processes. Prabhupada says, no, we believe other processes also. Just like there are steps. If you want to go to the topmost story, so you go by steps. So some of them have gone 50 steps, some of them have gone 100 steps. But to complete that required is 1,000 steps. And you have gone up to 1,000. Have you? Prabhupada says yes. So it's, I think, very beautifully Prabhupada has given that. They accept all other processes, but this is the topmost, Ishvara Parama Krishna. So it is a topmost understanding, realization. Others, we don't condemn them. They are like, if there is 1,000 steps, stairs, they are at different steps. And when you come to the 1,000th step, the topmost floor, that is actually Krishna consciousness. So that is just one thought of sharing that. So thank you very much. And any other devotees have any questions or comments, you can unmute and ask Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for this. In the sloga, also the two words is explaining. Akila Asriya means of everyone, and also is the master of all masters. Kalayatam Prabhu. So he is enter into the as Paramatma to enter our hearts as Shiroda Udakshaya Vishnu. So there is a 2 points here, 2 words. Srila Prabhupada explains to the words. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu, for bringing out these points.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, thank you very much for Prabhuji for the wonderful class, Prabhuji. A small question, Prabhuji, regarding this purport. Prabhuji, the purport it is mentioned that Vishnu and Krishna is almost the same. Right?
Not almost.
The same.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but there are certain places it is mentioned Vishnu has, some kalas or some qualities are less for Vishnu. So in that case, how this, Krishna and Vishnu can be the same?
Okay, Prabhu. Here it is said in the context of entering everywhere, no? However, slogan goes, I'll just take out that. Chapter 29, no? 29 and 38. Yes. Who is the, okay. Endurer of all sacrifices, the time factor. Okay. So what is the question, bro? Please repeat once more.
No, what I understood from the purport is Vishnu
Okay,
and
understood.
same.
I got there. So, yeah. So that is because, Prabhu, like Lord Krishna, in the form of Krishna, that is in Goloka Vrindavana, all rasas can be exchanged with the Lord. Okay. But when in that four-handed form, he is worshipped with awe and reverence, as in Vaikunthas. So that is the difference.
Yes, Prabhu, to add that one,
yeah.
The mood is the difference.
Yes, Prabhu. It is not
same
that
person.
Yes.
Same person mood. The sweetness mood is more in Krishna, but
yes.
both are Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Both are Supreme Personality. Okay.
Yeah, that is example Prabhupada is giving. If a police officer is going to duty, he is in the uniform. You are not easily approachable. But when he is coming in the home, he's removing all the uniform. Like he's in the casual dress. The children are playing with him. He's not with the revolver that time. So if you see Vishnu, he is having the Sudharshana chakra. But same Vishnu, when he's coming home, he is having the flute. The mood is more intimate and loving here. There it is little more kind of official. But it is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Vishnu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But the mood is different. That's why that kala is extra. That mood is that feature. Krishna.
Okay.
So it is not that all the samsas have all the switches, but they are not exhibiting it. They are not.
Yes.
That is only one thing. They have.
Yes, and one more thing also to add in this is Lord Vishnu is an expansion of Lord Krishna.
Yes.
Yeah, because we see in Krishna Leela also the cows and calves.
Yes.
All the gopas, from
Krishna,
the Vishnu forms come.
400.
From Vishnu, Krishna does not come. From Krishna, Vishnu comes.
Yes.
So that 2 points are there. One is the mood. One is that Lord Vishnu is an expansion of Krishna. And they are swamsa. Swamsa means they are not different. The expansion. we are called Vibhinnamsa. Vibhinnamsa means we are separated expansions. What is the difference between Swamsa and Vibhinnamsa? Vibhinnamsa means our desire and Lord's desire is sometimes different. Vibhinnamsa, we don't. But Swamsa means whatever Krishna thinks, Vishnu also thinks the same. Swamsa, that means personal expansion. Swamsa. Vibhinnamsa. Jivatma Sarva Vibhinnamsa means different, means separated expansions. We are all expansions only. One is personal expansions, one is separated expansions. So Lord Vishnu is a personal expansion of Lord Krishna.
Okay, Prabhuji, also in Bhagavad Gita, I think chapter number 4,
Yes.
verse number 23, I think, it is mentioned that in the translation that Vishnu is the primeval of Krishna.
4.23.
4.23.
Let me open, Prabhu.
We'll check.
1 minute. 4.
Vishnu is the primeval of Krishna. It is mentioned something.
Himodi Mataji, want to say something? Or after this?
No, Prabhuji, it is mentioned Krishna has primeval Vishnu.
Krishna as
Consequently, yes. Consequently, whatever he does,
Krishna is the primeval.
Krishna, who is no. It is correct only. Like, okay, if you want, I will share the screen also. 1 minute. Let me share the screen. Okay. Share content. Okay. You are able to see?
No. Yeah. Something.
Okay. Now, if you read, consequently, whatever he does for Krishna. Who does? Vishnu. Then Krishna, who is the primeval Vishnu means Krishna is the primeval of Vishnu.
Before Vishnu.
Before Vishnu, yeah. That is the meaning. So means Krishna,
Yeah,
who is
Vishnu,
Krishna?
Original.
Yeah, who is Krishna? Who is the primeval Vishnu? Primeval Vishnu means he is the origin of all Vishnus.
Yeah.
He is the original Vishnu. Okay, from him there are a lot of Vishnus coming. No, Garbhadaksha Vishnu, Karnadaksha Vishnu, Shirodaksha Vishnu, all Vishnus coming from him. Okay. That's why he is called primeval Vishnu. Primeval Vishnu or original Vishnu, we can say.
Yes.
Or Swayam. Okay. Swayam is Krishna. From Krishna, expansion is the Vishnu. Clear, Prabhu?
Clear, Prabhuji. Clear. Just for our better understanding, we are asking this question, Prabhuji.
Yeah, definitely, Prabhu. Most welcome. Because you asked, we are also referring. We are also learning. Everyone is learning. Actually, we are only one drop of Krishna consciousness. So by asking questions, by referring, we all are learning.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. That's a good question, actually. So, thank you, Prabhu. So, any other questions, if you have? Himavati Mataji raised hand.
Yeah, so that was to explain this. Mataji explained.
Before, huh? Okay. So, any other devotees?
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu, just to add to what you said, yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
The sweetness of Krishna is increased by extra 4 qualities, which Vishnu doesn't have. Vishnu has 60 qualities and Krishna has 64 qualities. So he has Vreda Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, Bhakta Madhuri, and one more, Rupa Madhuri. 4 qualities he has in excess of Vishnu, which makes the relationship more sweeter.
Yes, bro. Yes, very true.
Hare Krishna.
From Tattva part, that is understanding. Tattva and Leela also. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Anatam Gopal Prabhu for sharing that. Any other devotees? Okay. There are no other questions. So we would like to thank Prabhu for giving his time in enlightening us and through this sloka verse. So let us all express our gratitude to Prabhu by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra 3 times. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare